Yeah. Hi, Busoga College Mwiri Obis. This is special request. Special request. People are asking me many questions. Mwiri League, oh yeah. We are in Bugembe. Those were the days of the inter-school competitions that climaxed at Bugembe. Story no nyingi nyezi ya Bugembe Stadium. However, that's not the conversation for today. Shout out to Danton Mushabe, the man of the moment. OB, Senior 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B. Danton yali mu kirasi yange. Danton. Egusiga tabamatira. My best friends, Huntington House, Ibroa House. You know, we had these rivalries between houses and between this and that, sports and all that. Anyway, Danike, Mwiri League, Etegezachi. Right now, to date, Mwiri League, it's really relevant for the next generation. It's a top school. It's a school of kings. Kings and chiefs. The kings. So, Dantoni ainengeja tukutemu. The city Uganda. Naye buli kimu Danton keeps me abreast. Danton original what inbox cables. Tukolachi. Season, where is season 5? When he was the president of that league, you know, about days and you were spontaneously every week, then every 2 weeks, I think every once a month, and it's into church. And this is where it gets very interesting. Once you have a person identified as the one to steer the ship, Mumarako. I think next statement might even be bigger. Tuja kuingia na chivuwe yo nanti mujikoze. We shall enter na chivuwe. I know what to do. Nagaga. I know what to do. Baba kumi masimu went. So we have I think I know the children know because my memories go way back between the rivalry schools. Wairaka, Kira College, Butiki College, Jinja College, Masomero no gari manya o gari ga Eastern Division. Many baiba to aulam. You have the Western, Northern, Eastern, and Central. Especially in sports, they are inter-school leagues. Mwalimu ne drama, which climaxed at the National Theatre. Remember, people? National Theatre? Yonzen again na National Theatre. Of course, the school at the time was Namasagali. And pretty much everything falls in place like that. You get me? So everything in context of what the Mwiri League is putting out is we are more or less reminiscing our glory of the days, the glorious days of them days, traditional schools and things like that. So, Danton, tuogere kugwe Dantoni, n'abalala bonna abali mu kintu n'emyaka ejaddako eventually, because our class is 1988 to 91. So we have onwards. So after 2000, that was a new generation. Kakati fetwali tuvuddemu, and many of us didn't come back for A-level. Our class, we went to Maka. Mujjukira Exodus eyo, and kyatukola bubi nnyo obutakomawo ku A-level. And if we had come back for A-level, it would have been another story. But we had left our mark, and you can see where everything is steered towards. Engineer chintu ekivuga erimu myaka gya kayondo Yondi. We joined Mwiri in 88. He had spent 3 years at that school, having been transferred there. And he set a benchmark. And then that benchmark pretty much. When I was striking, it was very much tough love being a headmaster. And so I think we gained a lot from this competitive spirit he introduced. Because we used to have inter-house cleanliness competitions. We used to have inter-house dance drama. We used to have inter-house football. We used to have the sports day. We were so much on the tenterhooks. And on top of that, of course, academically, we were on academics. We were on discipline. Those 2 words. But what Danton is bringing on the table, and I think we can even position him more in line with being the man, not only of the moment, but the man to be the pinnacle of where Mwiri League, the Mwiri Legacy, the Mwiri Foundation, or the Mwiri whatever. Wakati zebyenda ba birungi byonna byemukola ndaba obvious. The momentum is lacking. I wish we could even invite him here. Najja kubyaffe bya Mwiri Old Boys UK. I think he can stir up some energy there. Yeah, naffe tukola ebyaffe wano. We have the Kamolo. Kati even I brought the idea of the family get together. Mwajira Musama. We went to Peterborough. Alan Chiwanuka yachirimu. Big up to Obi. Kati boba Alan nabo bajja after us. After us. Yeah. Naera nga tukwatagana nnyo mu bintu bingi nnyo because once you begin to talk about Mwiri, munyumya ebintu byebimu. Salvo, Mess, kino, Raidy, Wanyange, bitya, yonna, and it's very, very humbling, you know what I mean? So, and okay. Abantu bambuza ebibuuzo tikegusu ofunirawa. Where are you benefiting from all this? One, nave Mwiri, ngana vendetta. The vendetta was that I wasn't crowned Mr. Mwiri, dancing champion. Either I fought to get that name, and then it is after 30 years that pretty much George Mulungi, George Olidawa, George Jango Bulidawa, and to go and to Zawansi, you really said Naikegus, Chengendo or selling as an idea. You were the greatest. Humble pie. And out of all that excitement, when one of our t-shirt says is a moba, is a kokegus. That was the excitement. Let me do something. Let me do something. Ruga oye. You know, it's all about money. It's I don't worry about that. As long as something tickles me and tickles my fancy. So I got it down to know you. Musajja mulungi nnyo, musajja ali disciplined. It is just recently, 2 years ago. Is it 2 years ago? I found out that he was the head boy in Mwiri Primary School. Takati chiri, let me explain to you. Mwiri Primary, the Chenzi Jukira, was like a brooding school. From there, everybody from Mwiri Primary came up the hill. I think Job Nabagambye Chintu cha UNEB intake, school intake, and then academic intake. Mwalingamu criterias. Most of these traditional schools used to have a primary school. So, example, Buddo Junior, you went straight to King's College. Namagunga girls, Baina Primary, baina secondary. Gayaza baina primary, baina secondary. So that is how everything was. So you came from the primary and then went to the secondary. So it was tier. That's a tier system. Then you had the 2-tier or the 3-tier. Kati in terms of being in another way. Ndikakati nze yaita Ministry of Education. I was assessed, despite the fact having had my first choice as St. Mary's College Kisuubi. But the third choice is what Buganda Mwiri was Anglican, but not in the way you take it. You know, it wasn't much more based on religion. It was very secular and open to all students. You know, there wasn't any bias on anything to do with that. So that really was an avenue for everything that comes after that. So, twesanga mu P1B, no, mu senior 1B. So, senior 1B, kababuli mwali mwabana makumi aga. I think we were 40 of us in the class. And surprise, wachi kambuze ba obbi. Manye nti 4 yayina abana bangi nnyo okusinga other streams. And I think other classes as well. So, and we enjoyed our time. Senior 1, senior 2. Kati by then, we atatandika okufindinga position ye mu ssomero. Newagwa newatagwa kati nze gali nnyo mu bya dance drama, abamu baalinga nnyo mu mupiira, abamu baali nnyo ku byawe and things like that. Naye nze kyenjijjukira Hannington House baasomanga nnyo, baali bagezi. Ate nga abaana ba Hannington House Danton gye yalimu nga bali very grounded, mbogere ba Andrew Kagoda, very clever. Abona competing nga nabona yenga, of course ye ali nnyo mu bya sciences nga mulungi nnyo. Joel Sekiu, Peter Biengoma, Michael Bageya, Danton Mushabe nga batambulira mu click bonna, Robert Kasigazi, Kasigazi yadduka marathon. I will never forget that day. Nawangula school marathon ngali challenged by Barasa. So anyway, katuveyeyo. So tugenda mu senior 3, tugenda mu senior 4, nga everybody seems now tugenda okuva Mwiri kakati nga nze ndi mo. Everywhere you heard my name, you knew there was nga waliwo muzanyo mungi. Kegu, school slider, twem style. This bottler, secular bottler. So that is the legacy I left in Mwiri. So Danton Wangoyo, tuli mu class yemu, senior 1, senior 2, senior 3, senior 4. He was always very smart. His name in school, Danton Smart. Omuntu wabeerera smart naye ebirala byonna abeera much, you know, in charge. Tugenda ku Makerere High gye twesanga. Kubanga me I had left Makerere High telling I had left Mwiri telling everybody that I'm going to Makerere High. Because remember the suspension they gave me, people. Kayondo yankuba suspension yamaanyi. You know, try to get out of school, you know, things like that. So that was a word on display. Kumachako assembly, senior 4, second term holidays. It was Garangayo before we come back for the third term holidays to do the final exams. So I think it was Saga Makerere High. And there was a very big exodus of people whom I never expected to be at Makerere High. So in summation, I think I played something into that exodus. Netwesanga fena. In fact, Makerere High yali dominated by Busoga College Mwiri obis. Twali bayitirivu nnyo, the whole school seemed. And That explains the reason why I used to be the center of attention. Twabiranga ku Mark High. Nga fena tuli mu course. Tuwera mu group like 10, 20 of us, but Jason, Moses Murongo, Yusuf Murongo, but you know, everybody together. Bomboka, man, Ndugwa Jude, Dan tuli fena, mu Alex Mwanje, bana banji nyo twali banji. So those are very many memories. And then that was it. Nzira mwakulaba Danton namusanga baku post office. I don't even think he remembers this day. Nangamba nti he's chasing things to go to India. Kati udonga nange ngenda Kenya. So he went to India. That's where he did his university. We never met again. Kati atenze we koma okuve Kenya. You are following the story. Kati haunalibida tanyo, I had come of age. So abanda abangako bali batono nnyo. Oneeranga everybody was hearing kegusa akikubye, kegusi mugagga, kegusi bitebyo na byonna. Next to that, ne time neba egenze. So what are we talking about here? We are trying to paint a picture that this Mwiri League has something in it, that Obi, Danton, Mushabe is harnessing. And since this time around is the energy is put in. I tell you, it doesn't have to do much. Abantu abalina Danton kusimu koka kachibwera. And then it all checks out. You got me? So Momo supporting the Bambi. It's going to be a homecoming event. And the Saturday Mwiri. The time I went back after was to collect my results. And I met boy to Sanga Jinja. We passed Kakira, we climbed up, I got my results, never went back. Naye nayitangawo nga ngende Busia, when nagenda Kenya, the school is on the hill, Wairaka. So you see the school. Ate when I had my businesses in Jinja, I just didn't have an affiliation back then. Ganchali mu chiri ekyokuba bango ba but now I realize that it was for the best. It wasn't that I had done anything, but I had left school, and that was a disciplinary matter that led to my suspension. I came back, did my results, did my exams, and then got a first grade. But no, enough first grade. Sagwa. Sagwa. No, enough first grade. 2021, is it 1921? Yeah, in the best 8. Nafuna Zimbabwe grades nafuna mathematics, English is the main subject. 6 was got that was 18 plus whatever the 2 principles, whatever subjects like that. So that's it. Nenga initially fina twali twagala kusigalayo Mwiri tukolere olevo, but that's how things went. And the spirit of the Mwiririan, the Mwirian brotherhood is what really keeps us together in everything we are at the moment. Tukuze and never bwe twesanga tulinga bwe twali. So many memories. Mbawaddeko memories nyingi naba memories eza social yasooka nga ndi mu senior 1 nenyiga omunyigo. Well, prefects ne bagamba, what is this nyongo doing here? Nga no nali mu senior 2. Batulonzaawo to serving what school was it that had come. Then fluking omunyigo because they used to put shoes in the middle, so you pick shoes kati ngomuwala yandabye ndi muli ne kaziza to serving wanange Mwiri. Hey, the story under the mango tree. Remember, people? Now I gave you that story. It's true. And the earlier video, I talked about why the students from Kampala had to come to report to school on the first day in the school track. Yondi, nja kubawa video explaining it because now I know what was going on. Because first of all, the question is, how did Yondi become the headmaster of Busoga College Mwiri? Today, let's be objective here. Let's be objective, isn't it? Yafuka headmaster Mwiri. And what was going on prior to that? So there was always this divide. Abazadde be Kampala sojibyani byonna bintu biwanvu lwakubaka kati oyo yali politics wa masomero birimu eddiini birimu ki ate nga Yondi yayina support y'amaanyi nnyo ate nga atambuddeko yalazeeko nawana e London kakati abo ba Mill Hill bali wano abazungu bali wano. I think so. You had these influences playing in from within and from outside. So we are together there. So, but in any case, nze byemmanyiko nze kuba Kayondo yali asomye muzeeyi wange. And I had seen him previously nga tukyali baana bato. And in any case, it didn't play any role in me coming to Busoga College Mwiri, no. And as a headmaster, he was very, very objective. That is my memory of Kayondo, and how the prefects used to run the school more or less. Prefects governing body. Ngesinga n'abasomesa amaanyi. Njogera prefect twasanga Robert Senfuma. Anyway, guys, I'm running short of this video. So what I'm going to do, I'm wishing Danton all the best this weekend. I've already nailed that, and I've sorted that one out. Danton, question mark. And I wish you guys all the very best. And I will continue supporting what you're doing. Whatever you're doing it for the sake of what you got out of Mwiri. Even me, I'm very proud, very proud. So, all the best people, my people.